Bathroom. Nice and clean, not yellow. I mean, the walls are yellow, but not because of the way that they were in the Aria. Big old king bed, fridge, and a microwave this time. Very excited about that. A little closet here. A big old bed, we love to see it. I put my stuff there. 2 TVs, we love to see that. Big old couch, and then the desk area. So very grateful for the upgrade. She said she also discounted me like 3 days, so God bless. Slay. Hello. Disclaimer, I've kind of lost my voice. So you're not hearing things. You're just not really hearing me because my throat is just not having it. I've been really craving Checkers, and I thought I was gonna get some when I went to Our Lady Queen of Heaven, but I went in the morning, so that wasn't a possibility. Couple things about this experience. One was the guy had a stutter, and it was interesting because the grease is weird, but still good. When I got to the drive up the drive up menu thing, it was like an automated voice. So I was like it was like a woman, like very AI-ish. And I was like, that's wild. I just thought we really were getting replaced by robots. But then when I pulled up and I realized he had a stutter, I was like, oh, it's cool. So you must like press a button to say, hey, do you want to try this? And it comes up as this like robot voice, and then it just has like prompts, obviously. But I was able to order. I also ordered their Buford bites. I don't know if these are new. I haven't been to a Checkers in like years. But it's basically like cheeseburger empanadas. So I wanted to try those together in case they're disgusting. But yeah, I just thought that that was really cool. Like the inclusivity of hiring somebody with a speech impediment and giving them the tools to succeed. I love that. So I got a cheese champ. It's like I've ordered the same thing since I was like literally since Checkers opened, really. I think it was actually that Checkers. And cheese champ meal, but at first he was like, I'm not gonna stutter because that's fucking rude, but it took him a while to get out the fact that they were out of the Buford bites, but then they had them. I don't know, it was crazy, but like that is not what I expected. I expected it to be like a cheeseburger. It's kind of got a bacon taste to it. It's growing on me. It definitely needs a dip. If it had like ranch or something, maybe, but it really tastes more like cheese, bacon, and a hint of beef. There's a weird smoky flavor that I like. So I'll give them a 4 out of 10. That first bite was like a 2 out of 10. I don't know, it's me being polite, but I really just wanted the Checkers fries. My voice is getting better. My voice when I woke up today was scary to me. I was like, I don't feel sick. I mean, I didn't feel great yesterday, but I think this is part of it like coming out. All right, we're doing better than we were, but when I tell you last night was tough, I was not feeling good at all. My legs were like, every single nerve ending felt like it was on fire. That's the best way to describe it. I kept having to adjust the thermostat like almost every hour. I texted my boss today and said like, hey, can I switch today's shift to Wednesday? I need to recoup. I have no voice and you know, I just don't feel good. I don't want to get anyone else sick because man, I was really not feeling, I still don't feel well. Like it's not that, but I just, the fact that I can sit up is a difference. And in the midst of that, I ordered DoorDash, and that was the worst experience that I've ever had on a delivery app. This guy, Justin, assigns himself to my order or however the fuck that shit works, and I look at the little cart. It's not even moving for a while. Like, it looked like he maybe picked up this order to do it like from his house and then like didn't even get in the car yet. But once he started moving, I see him like kind of hit like the road close to where the Miami Subs was, but then he passes it and then he keeps going, and then he's on 95. And then he's going down a Broward Boulevard, and my hotel's on Broward Boulevard, so I was like, maybe he's just so fast. But then I look in the chat, and it says, order's taking a while. Are you at the, so I reply, are you at the Miami Subs? And I sent him a screenshot of his little GPS thing. I was like, it doesn't even look like you're at the store. And from that point on, Justin did not reply to anything. He instead went somewhere west of 95 on Broward Boulevard, hung there for a while. Then he started coming back down Broward. So I was like, okay. He makes a left on the street where the Miami Subs is. He makes a right, and then he passes it again. And then he like passes Andrews Avenue. I mean, I know these streets probably don't mean anything to a lot of people, but it's like he just passes things and then stays there for a while. And then he stayed at that Andrews Avenue location for 40 plus minutes at one point. I'm like starting to chat with customer support, and I just assume that they must know that they're not hiring, you know, brain surgeons. This isn't a side gig for like, you know, the smartest. Well, okay, I don't want to judge, so that's just me being bitchy, but you know what I mean? Like, I'm sure they know that they had bad drivers. Everybody's got a bad employee. I'm sure that's DoorDash too, you know, top 5, bottom 5%, whatever. But they were like, he's picked up your order, he's just doing multiple orders, whatever. And like, I was like, I know how that works, but I'm saying like, I'm watching him, like that's not, and if he is doing multiple orders, he's also doing it for Uber Eats, like, cause it's not showing up. Cause normally if a DoorDash has multiple stops, it will show you, and it'll say, so-and-so, Justin's picking up another order on the way, and then he's gonna drop it off to so, like, well, it doesn't say who, but it'll drop it off to so-and-so, and you see the stops, the line changes. But no matter what, he still hadn't gone and got my fucking chicken sandwich. So like, I get that he's doing multiple stops, but is he gonna go to the Miami Subs? So then I like follow up because it looks like he's heading to that store. Oh, sorry, this is before he stopped at Andrews Avenue. When he's heading to the store, I was like, well, it looks like you're just on the way now. Can you at least get me some blue cheese? But anyways. Then I'm gonna get 40 minutes goes by, and then I text like, hey, if you're not gonna pick up the order, like just unassign it. Like, cause like fucking the DoorDash support people like just kept saying like, he's on the way, he's on the way. I'm like, I assure you he's not. Like, look at the GPS. And it's like, he's picked up your order. I'm like, no, I've seen his car. Like, he didn't even get there. But finally I talked to this girl, Sheena, and Sheena decides to be a super bitch too. And she was just like, shutting down the chat pretty much, because I was like, she's like, he picked up your order, please expect it around this time. I said, no, on the app it says he's headed, or he's waiting at the store for the order. And then she's like, okay, he's headed at the store. I was like, so what is it? You just said it, you're lying at this point. It was such a rough time. Eventually, the third person, I was just like, can I talk to customer service? Can I get an email? I need a phone number. Like, I want to talk to somebody else, because now it's not just about Justin anymore. I'm definitely really disappointed in these reps, because I just expected them to be able to cancel the order, refund me, whatever. He ends up well, that was funny too, because he's like, would you like a refund? I was like, or would you like to cancel the order? I said, if I'm going to get a full refund. And then he's like, yes, you'll get a full refund. I was like, but I also still want the email to customers, or email or whatever for customer service. He just cancels the order, doesn't wait for me to confirm that I want it canceled, but whatever. I did want it canceled and I want my money back. And then eventually I was like, no, but really I need the phone number. And then he finally sends me like the phone number for customer service, which I'll call as soon as I get a voice back. But wow, it was just nuts that like also the little chat bots were being like super misunderstanding. 2 hours, it's a 2-hour delivery. I'm not trying to be a bitch about like 15 minutes over, where is he? I literally had to go to bed. I think I put that in one of them. I was like, I'm just trying to go to bed. Like, I don't want to have to worry about this. You're saying he's coming. I'm just trying to tell you it's not. And I don't need this, like, hanging over. I did think about just ghosting Justin as well. Like, letting his ass pick it up and just whatever. But I didn't want to have to pay for it at that point. But that was just a long story. But it was part of that very horrible night. Because then I go to try to watch House of Dragons. And I got through most of it, But I just started feeling like horrible, like my stomach, like my head was hurting, like my throat was going, and then like I said, my legs were just like feeling like they were on fucking fire, like almost like Charlie horses. And then I just closed my laptop and tried to go to sleep even though I was in so much pain, and I just couldn't go to sleep. I've since taken a leave and I do feel a little better, like my legs still really hurt, but it is what it is. Anywho, I'm gonna eventually watch the rest of House of Dragons and hopefully nap. I don't know, did I tell you I switched to Wednesday? Yeah, so, and then sometime tomorrow I need to go shoe shopping. I need better work shoes for certain. So, here we are, y'all, but I just haven't been sick in so long. Like, I literally can't remember the last time I felt like this. And like, oh God, you forget, you know, you forget what it feels like to just feel fine. So, obviously my refund was just like a DoorDash credit, so I might try a DoorDash later, but oh God, I have such PTSD about it at this point. Okay, I need to go back to bed. We're going. So I'm sure when you think of integral Florida shopping, you're thinking like Bal Harbor, you're thinking Sawgrass Mills. No, I'm taking you today to the Coral Bridge Mall because I grew up in this mall. I got my first beeper at this mall. I mean, this is where if I had to shop for shoes for work, I would expect nowhere else than to the famous footwear. Another vlog, another Target haul. So I had to get some new shoesies for work. So we got those, some very simple, basic Skechers. I guess they're doing a lot more with this like no shoestring thing. So we'll see how it works out. But slip resistant, ready to rock. Got some shirts for work. I thought this was very cute and on brand for Planta. This little Calvin Klein number. Little $20 versus what would this normally cost? $54, so love that. It's crazy already, like you can see the difference versus like Tennessee options. This top, just because again, very like Planta. It's a little thick to be honest, but I just really like the tan. And some more socks, these are my favorite. And then a cute little notebook. Again, very Planta, so I just wanted something that I could bring to take notes in that are work related. And a quesadilla from Zona Fresca. Because when in Rome, I have a little snack and then, ooh, hello. Yay. Off to a great start. I'm gonna go eat. Love you, bye. Slay. So I did not expect so much of this vlog for me to be unwell. I thought we'd be exploring our hometown a little bit. I think the most exploring I've done is go to Coral Ridge Mall, which no regrets, really love, you know, bringing it back down to my roots. Got a lot of shopping done that I needed. I feel like ever since Saturday, I've spent either sick, crying, or at work, or like a little combo. I pushed my Monday shift to this shift, so I'll be closing tonight. So I'm just trying to like get organized, but while I was doing that, I realized like, wow, this week is going by so fast, and I'm about to hit like a 6-day stretch of work. Saturday, I talked to my dad, so I'm gonna go down to Miami and pick up some of the stuff that he's been holding for me. Works out because I need to go to Coconut Grove and pick up my water bottle, trying to, you know, make it all work in the time frame that I have here. But yeah, I did not expect to be this sick for this long, or at least sound this sick. I'm feeling a lot better, but obviously my voice is not fully restored yet. My nose is kind of stuffy. I've just been sleeping or eating. We are not thriving like I thought it would be in Fort Lauderdale. And it's not like an access thing. Obviously I could jump in my car, go get myself whatever I want. I just have not been feeling well. So I'm gonna continue to like kind of take it easy today, and then maybe take a nap before the shift just to ensure that I'm okay. But yeah, it's kind of disappointing, but less than a week and I will be headed home. So that is one thing I'm grateful for. But yeah, just buttoning up some stuff down here. And I know that the week will go by fast once I'm like working and stuff like that, having these shifts and like just like doing that. But yeah, what a week so far. The day is here. It is kitchen training day, and I am not looking forward to it at all. Goodbye.
Now it's time to head to the movies with our cinematic crusader. Here with another titanium take, here's our movie maven Kai.
Hey there everybody, it is I, your movie maven Kai, and we are all stuck together in this gross, sticky heat. I am not loving it. I am not one for the summer. I'm not built for bathing suits and sundresses. I want my jackets and my hoodies and my jeans and my boots, and I wanna be cold and made warm. Blankets, hot tea, coffee drinks, pumpkin spice lattes come back next month. That's always good. Anyway, there's nothing better, I feel, than, beating summer with a little bit of rebellion. And as we said before, people love to do summer ween so that they can feel like, okay, we're gonna make it through this. We just have to get to Halloween. We just have to get to October. Here it stays hot until October, but it always does, feel better to have that time to, relax, have something cinnamony, something pumpkin spicy, and, let's watch a scary movie. If you need an idea of what to watch, you can always watch my favorite movie of all time. I love Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho. I'm a huge Hitchcock fan. I minored in film, surprise. And, he's one of my favorite directors. They always say, if you have a film student, they're either a Hitchcock person or a Kubrick person. I'm very much, both, but Hitchcock is definitely my guy. And Psycho is, just absolutely so dear to my heart. I think that it's one of the most brilliant pieces of storytelling. It's taken from a book by Robert Bloch of the same name. And Alfred Hitchcock got on a plane, I believe it was from New York to London, or it might have been the other way, and read the book. And by the time he got off the plane, he was trying to contact people to license the story, to start writing the script, to make this movie. He really, really wanted to make this movie. If you get a chance to read the book, it's a lot more graphic and a lot more detailed than the movie, but it's a very quick read. But it's absolutely brilliant. It's 100% like on my must read list for anybody who is a mystery, a horror fan, a literature fan. Really, I think that it's phenomenal. The movie, however, came out, I want to say the book came out in 58 or 59. The movie came out in 60. And it was one of those movies that was, kind of difficult to get made for a lot of reasons. Content and talent and egos and writing and shooting and, practical effects and special effects and, all of that stuff. It was a difficult movie to get made, but absolutely well worth the work. You have a stellar cast. You have an absolutely beautiful, cinematography piece in this. There are, if you want me to get on the film student soapbox, I absolutely will. So let me know, email me, DM me, do something, but I'm not going to do that here, but I'm going to tell you, if you've not seen the movie, go run and see it. If you have not seen the movie and you don't know the twists, please, for the love of God, don't look anything else up and just go now, find it and watch it. I would give anything to be able to watch this movie without knowing the background of it. So if you've not seen it, basically you have Marion Crane. She is this lady who works for like a real estate developer kind of guy. And she is, sort of dissatisfied and stagnant in her life. She's got this long distance boyfriend who lives in California. She lives in Phoenix, and she's, kind of like, I don't want to be here and I want to be with you, but you can't be here and I can't be there. And, it's really, really complicated. So some money comes into view and she goes, if I just take this money, I can leave and disappear. And it's 1960, so you can absolutely do that. And I'm gonna go sweep up my boyfriend Sam, and we're gonna have a happily ever after. So she hops in her car and she drives out to California, and she has to stop along the way in this little tiny town, and there's a motel that she comes across, and she stops for the night, has a little bite to eat with the proprietor, whose name is Norman. Finds out that the hotel belongs to his mother, and they live in the house just behind it. After some chatting, she decides, you know what, maybe this wasn't the best idea. Maybe this wasn't the thing that I should have done with my life, and I should probably turn around and go back home and apologize and return the money and just let them know, like, I lost it for a minute and I'm sorry. But she doesn't quite get that far. And once she goes missing, her boyfriend, her sister, and a private detective come looking for her. It's absolutely brilliantly paced and shot and acted, and I cannot say enough wonderful things about this movie. If you think I'm overselling it, then you haven't seen it, or you didn't see it the right way. Like I said, it's my favorite movie of all time. It absolutely can do no wrong. There was allegedly a remake that was done in the 90s, but I don't know anything about that. I don't think it's real. Gus Van Sant is not on my list of happiness for it. And then they did a show a few years back called Bates Motel. The way that I describe Bates Motel is somebody came into a pitch meeting and said, we have this idea. And someone said, hey, that's kind of like Psycho. And so they tweaked a few things for it to be a little bit more like Psycho, and then named all the characters after those in Psycho, and that's how you got Bates Motel. So I wasn't a big fan of that either. I didn't love how it was done from the first episode on, and I watched, I think, the entire first season. I really tried to give that one some time. I tried to give it a chance because I love this story so much, and it just didn't work out for me. So if it's something that you enjoy, the subject matter, the context, if you just love horror movies, if you love classic, suspense and thrillers and murder mysteries and all kinds of crazy things like that, this is the one to watch. It's the one that started so many of these great techniques and, special effect techniques, that's a great word, that we still use today. And it's interesting considering, the context and the content and the subject matter of this film, that it almost got shut down because of a shot of a flushing toilet, where, you would think that would be, someone's getting hacked to death in a shower. You'd think that would do it, but no, it was a flushing toilet. And fun fact, if you don't know, most people do, the blood that is used, and it's the tiniest little bit of blood that's, in the movie, The blood that's used in that scene is actually chocolate syrup. It's a black and white movie. Chocolate syrup dilutes and mixes and flows the same way that blood does within water. So that's one of those really cool little effects that, you know, they used then that people actually still use now when they're doing black and white, like indie films, student films. You see it a lot with that. So many of the techniques that he came up with and the people that he hired came up with are still used now. They are absolute pioneers. And this movie is so great as like a masterclass of filmmaking, but then it's also one of those movies where you go, but it's just a great movie. So do yourself a favor, go watch Psycho. I hope that it brings you as much joy as it brings me. That's such a weird thing to say, but it very much does. You know, having that background and studying, but then also just really being a lover of horror movies. It's just so wonderful to see something that is so brilliantly done and then have that legacy be carried on through other movies. I mean, Hitchcock, you got Topaz, Rope, The Birds, Vertigo, Rear Window, my second favorite Hitchcock film. He was the master. He really was. So go enjoy his work, go enjoy the work of the people that he employed to make all of these brilliant movies, and have a nice pumpkin spice latte. It's that time of year. Enjoy it. Drink your water, guys. Take your meds, and we will see you next week. Bye.
So I had made a joke when I was in Miami that, you know, you could spit on me and I wouldn't get sick after working at Disney World, but I have been a bit of a recluse lately, you know? And I guess I just like, you know, Tennessee germs are obviously different than Florida germs. I don't know, I'm rationalizing whatever's going on.